Guys, I wanted to talk with you about something that I talk with clients all the time. When you're feeling a little off, when your heart's a little heavy, you got to give your heart some love. You got to give your heart some love. And this morning, I've just spent some time just putting my hand over my heart and saying, I love you, Randy. I love you, Randy. I love you, Randy. Just over and over and over again.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up, yeah. Now I'm truly awakened up. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute.
Alright, y'all. Mildreds. You guys, when I just need a little love, when I'm feeling off, Mildreds. Mildreds is the first place I think of. That fire pit, y'all, that fire pit. Something about that fire pit it just gives me those good vibes, y'all. Gives me those good vibes. Feeling a little off today, be honest with you. My heart is just a little heavy. And I just needed to get down to Mildred's, get some coffee, and just chill out for a little while at Mildred's. Guys, I wanted to talk with you about something that I talk with clients all the time. When you're feeling a little off, when your heart's a little heavy, you got to give your heart some love. You got to give your heart some love. And this morning, I've just spent some time just putting my hand over my heart and saying, I love you, Randy. I love you, Randy. I love you, Randy. Just over and over and over again. I love you, Randy. And for some, that's easy. It's easy. It feels good to give yourself that love, give your heart that love. For others, I oftentimes hear that it's difficult, and people are able to say, I can tell other people I love them, but I can't tell myself that. And I just think that that might be just because you have a negative association with yourself. You tell yourself more bad things. You're upset with yourself more about things than you are proud of yourself, more that you like yourself, more that you love yourself. So guys, if you're just feeling a little off, if your heart's just a little heavy, give yourself some love. Give yourself some love. Just put your hand over your heart and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close.
Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all. I've been getting lots of calls from potential new clients, and I wanted to bring this up to you because I think it's important. I've talked about this a lot, so this is a repeat, but it's very, very, very important. All right, so I've been getting these calls from people about participating in Midwest anxiety therapy, wanting to join the therapy. And so we get to talking, and they just talk about how they've just been in therapy before and it hasn't worked out, and all those things. So my first thought would be is I think that you've got to, your goal in that first therapy session is not to spill your beans. All right, don't feel like you have to spill your beans to the therapist in the first session. All right, your goal, I believe that your goal as a client, and this is what I tell clients, your goal is to interview that therapist, to make sure that the therapist is a good fit for you. That first therapy session is all about just making sure there's that great connection, okay? Now, the therapist may take the conversation in a different direction, okay? But you as the client, I would encourage you to get your needs met. To get your needs met, you need to make sure that it's a good connection. All right, so I always tell clients, like, your role, your job this first session is to make sure that you like me, to make sure that you're comfortable with me, because there are going to be some times that we're working together and you're going to need to say something, or you're going to need to talk about something, and if you don't have that comfort, if you don't have that connection, you're going to really struggle. You're going to really struggle talking about it, all right? So don't feel like you have to spill your beans. Don't feel like you got to tell your life history. Don't feel like you got to go in if you take that conversation in a different direction with your therapist may want to do some evaluation and assessment, those things. I would encourage you, set the expectations on, hey, let's get to know each other. Come in with a list of questions that you want to that you want to learn about your therapist, and make sure, as they say in real estate, location, location, location. With therapists, it's connection, connection, connection. Therapy's all about the connection in the beginning. The clinical stuff, the way that you work through the struggles, that's easy peasy, icing on the cake. That connection, the connection is number one. Numero uno. That's numero uno, the connection. All right, y'all? All right.
On track, now we gon' way up.